After months of being censured, a Maine congresswoman now has her vote restored after the U.S. Supreme Court intervened. Congresswoman Laurel Libby was stripped of her vote in the state's House of Representatives in February after the legislative body voted along party lines 75-70 to censure her. The controversy that led to the censure vote, the congresswoman made this social media post, saying 2 years ago, John tied for 5th place in boys pole vault. Tonight, Katie won 1st place in the girls' Maine state championship. The post featuring photos of the named athletes who were the same person. Libby says the post was intended to raise awareness about unfairness of transgender athletes participating in girls' sports, but Democrats in the state argued Libby's post endangered the minor athlete. As part of that censure vote, it forces the lawmaker to apologize for the action that led to the censure. But Libby refused to say sorry for her social media post, and she's sued to get her voting power back. A federal judge denied her request to have her vote immediately restored as the case plays out, but the High Court reversed that decision. Libby spoke to Riley Gaines, former swimmer and activist on the issue, during a podcast.
The night that I was censured, we had a meeting prior to that censure, prior to when I stood in front of him in the House chamber. And I ended the meeting telling him, Speaker, you're going to go down in history as the man who silenced a woman for speaking up for girls.
The lawsuit fighting to have her vote restored named the House Speaker, Democrat Ryan Facto, who had this to say in a court filing. Like other censures of Maine House members, the censure resolution required Representative Libby to apologize for her conduct, not recant her views. Representative Libby has steadfastly refused to comply with this modest punishment, which is designed to restore the integrity and reputation of the body. The Supreme Court ruled on what's called an emergency appeal on its emergency docket. For these sort of rulings from the court, it's often not disclosed how the justices voted, and it's also not required for the justices to explain their reasoning. But according to the ruling, 2 justices, Sonia Sotomayor and Ketanji Brown Jackson, said they would have denied Libby's request, with Jackson saying the High Court is abusing its emergency powers. Jackson wrote, "Why would any applicant who thinks the lower courts are mistaken wait for those courts' final word on an issue if real-time error correction via our emergency docket is readily available? It is plainly prudent to reserve our emergency docket for applicants who demonstrate that they truly need our help now." The congresswoman celebrated the SCOTUS ruling on X, saying this is a victory not just for my constituents, but for the Constitution itself. The Supreme Court has affirmed what should never have been in question, that no state legislature has the power to silence an elected official simply for speaking truthfully about issues that matter. The legal fight isn't over. The High Court's ruling is a temporary one, allowing Libby to continue voting in the state legislature while the lower court continues to oversee the case. Thanks for watching our news update. For more stories that matter to you, download the SAN mobile app today.